Hey, and welcome back. We are here once again in the Nether, right where we left off, except maybe about well, quite a while later. And boom, as you can see here, we have lovely storage, and it's looking good. Of course, we have a purge chest, and there's some lava down there for the purge chest to work with. And hey, would you look at that? Oh, look at them all die. Oh, isn't it great? Oh, look at all that gold. Oh, isn't it pretty? Oh, yeah, look at them go. Oh, I love it. It's the mass slaughter of piglins. Love it. Now, I could install more of the vacuum hoppers. Oh, let's not get too close, or that's going to get loud. But as you can see, the rotation occurs, the saws cut to pieces the mobs as they desperately try to escape and fail miserably because, they're dumb mobs. And yeah, I mean, the vacuum hoppers, which you can see the outlines of their areas, then pick up the items. Each one covers 2 levels, I believe it is, but they overlap one another and they're each in a different quadrant, and that's why we get the coverage that we do. You can see here that that one is at the top and this one is above that. I've also installed, oh wow, that's loud. I've also installed these ghast-proof glass lines. I got sick of ghasts spawning. I mean, they're great and all to kill and, grab their lovely tears, but yeah. Now, what we're going to be doing in this first clip is setting up my quantum entangloporter. I always call it the entangloper. I think that's a better name, but oh well. Entangloporter is more apt at the very least. Now, it can be turned on and off. Currently, it's turned off, but to turn it on, you just, turn that to import. And what we're going to do very quickly is teleport back home. Boom. I love having the ability to teleport, just straight up to the top of the nether. It's great. I may end up putting an actual portal in, but I don't think I need to. I might exchange the portal here for a mechanism portal, though. We'll see about that. Of course, what we have to do is tie this quantum entangloporter into one of the chests. Really, any chest will do. Like this chest would do just fine. We can go like so, and we do need the configurator to turn that off, because we don't want it connected there. We then connect this to the transport and set this to pull items out. And items are being output from the bottom, and we are auto-ejecting. How awesome is that? What I may do is set it up to transport fluids as well, because those vacuum hoppers are, vacuum hoppers, whatever they're called, they are pulling various items. Ooh, that reminds me, I need another couple of dark oak chests down the bottom, don't I? Because the gold is fine, as is the inferium essence, I believe, but I need space to put the chicken, which yes, I could just purge the chicken as well, I suppose. Let me just put it here, and yeah, I need to pretty this place up a little more, I know. But we've got inferium in this, right? Yes, inferium here. Okay. So we've got one for inferium. We need one for, we've got one for gold. Now we need one for rotten flesh. So I will quickly grab some of that and put it in there to start with. We'll see if we can grab it all out, actually, because that would be rather nice. Yes. And I guess rotten flesh would be good for trading with my villagers, although I built my lovely little villager trading hall up there for the purpose of, getting advanced enchantments, and now I just don't need them because, Iron Man armor. Ah. Well, I mean, it was a fun project to work on nonetheless, so I don't mind. Now, what we're going to do is pop all of the rotten if I could, hit the right button. There we go. Put all the rotten flesh in there. We will need a void on it as well as we need to get these keys, because this one needs to be locked, as does that one. Okay. As you can see, we're out of netherrack. That's because I essentially converted it all into its brick form, so I could, make the platforms. Ah, right, actually, that's all we need to do at the moment. We can now use my portable teleporter to go above the nether. Boom. And we can set this to input. And items, as you can see, are now flowing in. Slowly. Quickly, actually. I love it. Okay. And new items will, of course, also filter into the system. But the gold farm is now operational. Like, there's 2890, and if I could do math efficiently in my head, I would, and that would give me a comprehension of what it is. But yeah, ooh, hey, I have to put that void upgrade in really quickly before the chest fills up. So let's quickly get to that. Void upgrade, let's craft one. Thankfully, with this fancy new tool I've got to mine and craft everything, to mine everything at the very least, I can get through it, get through obsidian in no time at all, you just set it to 1/28 for the speed, and yeah, here you go. You can see all the items funneling in. We'll check the chest. There may be a small issue with that. There is a small issue with that. Okay, so we're going to need to make some acceleration cards as well. Oop, that is the wrong device. I have so many that it's not funny these days. Right, so we need, we'll make as many as we need. Let's get 3. 3 should be fine. Well, that's 1. And we can put this stuff back in here now, as we're all done with it. I mean, I think this is a great start to the episode, if you ask me. I do have a lot more to do in this episode. I would ideally like to get a fusion reactor online and running. But whether or not I actually get that far is the question. Alright, so we're going to pop re-acceleration cards in there. Yeah, see, that is so much better. So much better. And, okay. And as you can see, that now cleared out. And, I guess I could, put a little fluid interface over on the other side there to grab fluids, or a P2P interface, ideally, for that. But, yeah, we will see. That is going to be the end of this clip. I'm going to get stuck into my next project, and when I'm done, I will be back and bring you all along to see it. Alright, one moment. Okay, so I am back, and we are here once again. Now, I did record a bit just before about, my installation of this, cleaning it up, filling it in, and then, while researching the fusion reactor, I discovered that you don't need to heat these using solar panels. You can heat these using resistive heaters, which is the best news I've heard all day, honestly, and I got a brand new dash cam for my car. Although, to be fair, that was actually bittersweet news, as it was not a dash cam. It was just a reversing camera. So I'm going to have to take that back and get the upgraded model. So that's enough about my life. In any case, what we're going to be doing here is installing these lovely new thermo-resistive heaters, or whatever. You know what I mean. Okay. So, let's go back by 2, actually, because I'd like to have at least a 1-wide kind of area here. So I'm going to start by placing these down. Now, by default, these consume 100 joules per tick, and I do believe I have a sufficient amount of power to run them, hopefully. Otherwise, I am very screwed right now. Oh, hello. Now, if this works, what I'll be doing is destroying all of this again. Yay, lucky me. And I will be transporting it all the way over to a closer area. Like, as you can see... Oh, hello. Let's go out this way. As you can see, we are a long way away. One moment. Okay. As you can see, we are a long way away from the station here. So what I will be doing, mind you, is, yeah, moving it a bit closer just so I don't have to have it all the way out here. It's only out here because I need to get on the other side of the trains. So, yeah, you can see over here that we're just on the other side of the train tracks. It was over there, but yeah, now we're over here. So if this works, and I know it works in creative mode, but to be fair, I gave it a creative power supply for that, so yeah. Any case, we're going to start with these universal cables, as always. Down here, break that one, and then like that one. Oh, yeah, and we get that one. Man, this tool is so good, but it is also so very powerful. Okay, we are now producing heat. Of course, we do need to put these in now. These are here. Yep. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're just going to have this one run directly in here. I do need to go get another one of these thermal evaporation valves. Damn it, didn't think of that. And then we want to go down here for the same reason. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And ideally, we're just going to power this straight off there, and it should work just fine. So I'll be back in just a moment. We're back, and we have the two new. You know what? Let's turn this down a bit. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Oop. Oh, that sucks. It went inside. I should probably do something about that, honestly, but oh well. For now, at least. Boop, boop, boop. And there we go. Now, we're going to take the configurator. Boom. There we go. And we are going to do like so. Now, let's check how hot it's getting. Yeah, as you can see, the heat's now just increasing. Now, we can also destroy the solar panels, but no need to do that just yet. But what we've essentially done here is offloaded the need for the solar panels, which means I no longer need to have these exposed to light. As you can see here, power's just increasing, whether it's daytime, nighttime, it's no longer going to matter. Yeah, essentially the brine is being converted instantly, as is the lithium. But, yeah, this machine has stopped. Oh, hello. Is output to that side? Ooh, okay. So, well, it doesn't really matter because we've already got, you know, maybe we do input. Oh wait, no, it's fluids. Duh, I'm stupid. Fluids? Fluids. Gases. Oh, gases, right. So that input's at the top end of the side. Okay, so I'm going to work on that later. But in any case, we now have a good production of lithium and a good production of brine. The brine is, of course, going to continue funneling over until the lithium fills up, but we don't have to worry about that. The only thing I really need the brine for other than lithium is for the separation of hydrogen chloride, I believe it is. But yeah, beyond that, it's all good. So yeah, I'm going to get stuck into moving all of this into a new area. And yeah, when I'm done, we can maybe get started on producing deuterium and tritium for the new fusion reactor. I'll see you then. Hey, we are back. And we are here in the pump room. As you can see, we are producing deuterium. Oh, that is very not good. Very not good at all. Yeah, so okay, we have now reached the absolute limit of what my power systems can provide, evidently. A good thing we are almost ready to get started. Now, in here, we have an electrolytic separator dumping oxygen and giving us sweet, sweet deuterium from all this heavy water. As you can see, that's then pumped straight into a P2P tunnel for storage. This, of course, is what's producing the tritium from lithium, though since it's nighttime, it's not doing its job. Yay! One thing I will have to do is maybe make some more. It depends on the amount of tritium and deuterium, how quickly it consumes it, but yeah. As you can see, I've filled in the second hole and this actually is slightly off from where the first hole was. I'm going to build something around this just to make it look fit in with the village sort of deal. Ideally, I want only create and basic stuff up top. All the advanced technology I want down here. But yeah, so if we go down now, you can see this is full. I may have to replace that with some more of these dense cables. But in here, as you can see, we're producing tritium and storing it, and deuterium and storing it. We have, of course, all of the requirements here. We're pumping tritium in there. We'll pump it out here and pump the deuterium out there. And that will just feed directly into the reactor when I get around to building that, which should be next. I think what I want to do is put it here. Maybe. It should be fine. Of course, I need to build the laser array, which, with the power being as low as it currently is, that could prove to be a problem. Because, yeah, if I don't have enough power to power up the laser to at least a gigawatt or a gigajoule, I might not actually be able to do it. But as you can see, you know, I've changed around all of this. We're currently getting a full 7 Kelvin on both of these, thanks to the these resistive heaters. There we go. And the cables that connect them. As you can see, same as before, we're using P2P tunnels to extract what we need. The brine then goes further into the system so it can be utilized in other processes. Of course, until the lithium completely fills up, the brine's not going to fill up, but that's fine. Everything seems to be working at the moment, which I'm happy with. How are these looking? They're actually pulling the right amount of power. Oh, maybe it's just the pumps because they've got a speed of 8. Might see what putting some energy upgrades in them does. But yeah, that is, you know, the deuterium and tritium created, or deuterium and tritium. That's my OCD for you. And yeah, I'm going to get stuck into making the reactor and the lasers and getting all of that set up so we're ready to go and bring my new fusion reactor online. I will be back in just a moment. Okay, so we are back and we are here at my lovely little nuclear facility. That's been pretty slow. As you can see, we're producing polonium again. We need a lot of polonium, mind you, because fusion reactor casings need that. And yeah, what I've done is I've streamlined the transportation of the uranium hexafluoride. It's now transported along with power using one of these quantum entangulopers, which is, well, entanguloporters, I guess, which takes out the need for the train altogether, which I don't necessarily have an issue with. I may end up, well, I'm going to have to put a item pipe in to transport the, what's this again? Fluoride dust, yeah, because we're going to need a lot of that. And we've got plenty for the moment at least. But yeah, I also had to change around this. I didn't realize that that's spent nuclear waste and this is just nuclear waste. So yeah, but what I can do is teleport home and quickly show you. I probably should have turned the reactor back on, but oh well. But I can quickly show you where I've rigged it up. I had a suspicion that it might work in both ways, but I'm just using the same quantum entanguloporter as before. You know, I've just, you know, had to modify the cabling downstairs just to free up some channels here. But yeah, we've got power, we've got gas, that's just being fed directly from the chemical injector that's creating the uranium hexafluoride. And yeah, it's still able to export gold to the chest here, which is really useful. I had wanted to bring it up there, but there's already 8 on this connection, so yeah, I had to bring it over from a different one. But yeah, I quite like it. It's looking good. Everything's coming together really nicely, if I do say so myself. And I'll definitely do something about cleaning that up in the long run. But yeah, I mean, power has not quite been established yet. And, well, I mean, I can show you what it looks like at the moment. We've got, you know, the storage here, and in here is going to be the fusion room. But as you can see, it is not ready. That's because I need so many more of these fusion reactor frames, and they need polonium, 4 polonium pellets to make 4 of these, and I need about 36, I think it is, 32, something like that. It's a lot. And, you know, we've got space for it here, space for input for the fuel here, space for output there. I may install the ability to transmit steam, and then I might use another quantum entangloper on the same network to transmit that steam over to the turbine and generate some free power. Of course, here we already have 5 gigajoules of power. And yeah, I had to disconnect it because the lasers just keep running and wasting my power. But when I eventually get it built and I get the whole room installed into the controller there, and it's all ready, we will be back, and yeah, we'll get to see this power on for the first time, and the glorious nuclear age will continue. I'll see you all in a moment. Okay, we are here and we are back. We have a whole room that is filled with some sweet, sweet DT fuel. Of course, we topped that up from here, and evidently it filled up with a lot of deuterium and tritium, but I guess we're going to have, you know, more than enough DT fuel to run millions of these, so I can dot the landscape with fusion reactors down the line, I guess. Of course, we also have our 5 gigajoules worth of laser energy pointed straight here at this focus matrix. If you were paying attention in the last one, you might notice that I've moved these up a little bit. That's because I'm an idiot. And yeah, the outer casing can't be comprised of any of the ports, which kind of sucks, but oh well. But of course, without further ado, what we want to do is bring this online. So let's just, boom, look at that. We now have a functional fusion reactor. And if we look in here, I need to set this to boop, boop, output. There we go. Oh, wait a minute. I know what the problem is. Okay, so I am back, and as you can see, we have a fully functional reactor. In the clip I showed before, you should have seen its initialization, but I was very tired last night and not too happy with how all that turned out. So yeah, we're going to be re-recording a little bit of it. It's good fun. But yeah, as you can see, it's running. It's maintaining its power, reserves at least. If we go here, you can see it's got a gigajoule in it, so we're all good there, and we're supplying more than enough power to the grid. Well, so much power that we just, yeah, can't seem to run out. It's great. I'm going to have to build a battery storage, which I'm going to end up doing probably here-ish. Yeah, here-ish. Ideally, I'd like the induction providers, ultimate level. What are we looking at? Wow, that is very expensive. Holy shit, yeah. Yeah, Okay, looks like I'm spending 6 months at my gold farm. All good, all good. But yeah, I do have the induction cell that is over at the nuclear facility. But I don't really need that. As you can see, the system's consuming all of the tritium and deuterium that I pump into it. To the point, mind you, where when the sun sets, the solar panel here stops working and the tritium runs out. But as you will notice, it is still powered, which means the reserve supply in these ultimate pressurized tubes and its internal storage of 1,000, I think it is, or this one. Yeah, 1,000 millibuckets, so that's fine. I believe I can turn up the production rate later on down the line, but at least for now, you know, it's, yeah, it is what it is. Oh, what is... That is brine, but it has changed color. Huh. Okay, well, let's guess now we've filled up on brine, we can dig down here. No, I think I gotta dig down twice, don't I? Yeah. But, that sucks. Well, we just break and replace it then, I guess. That will be the easiest path. There we go. How beautiful is that? Boom. So, yeah, we can get the lithium production back online. You know, that'll make sure I never run out of tritium because we're pumping it here. But, yeah, I've got a little more to do. As you can see, I've been decorating here, and I've been going through and placing down all of the coverings on the applied energistics systems that I've got in place. You'll notice, if you remember the previous episodes, I showed off this machine and how it needed, you know, some lovely coverings, but it's got that now and it's looking much better. I do have a plan to automate the construction of Inferium into its higher levels. Now, you can't really do that with a normal system, but I can with the Create systems, I believe. So I'm going to look into that, but that's going to be next episode. I am going to finish this off, and there's a couple more things I've got to do. That'll be in the next clip, and then we can wrap this episode up. So I will see y'all then. Hey, so I am back, and we are here out in the middle of nowhere, because we have, boom, a digital miner. And I figured, you know, well, since we have more than enough power, I might as well start obtaining all the sweet, sweet resources I need. So we've got a quantum entangler here, and that's going to transport everything back. We have, of course, a teleporter, which we're just going to sit on top. And we will do miner as the frequency. Set to public, since this is an offline world, it doesn't matter. And of course, then we need to connect the quantum entangler porter up to here. And all we got to do then is boop, and hey, would you look at that? More than enough uranium. The last one actually had over 900, and as you can see, all of the sweet, sweet resources are being pumped straight into the entangler porter. And I can just, you know, boop, head home, boop, and here we are. I love it. When I need to go back, I can just teleport back. There's an anchor upgrade in the digital miner, so it'll always remain active, which is good. Let's look up uranium. Yeah, look at that. That's pretty. I may not have to run it again after this, so that's good. Plenty of deep slate. Not a whole lot of the normal one. It took me a good, you know, half hour to find all 4 types of all that. Frickin' sucked. Absolutely. But I've got them now. But yeah, the last thing I'd like to show off in this episode, other than my sweet, sweet digital miner, is the upgrades that I've done to the aesthetics of all of this. I've gone through and I've put in all of the lovely white concrete. You can see it's looking very nice. Hey, look at that, we've even got tritium. I'm going to have to find a way to increase production. Maybe not. It seems to be holding its own at the moment. And of course, I have installed a big battery. It's going up or down. Because I recently turned the other, like in the last clip, the reason why I had to, you know, stop the recording there is I had to go turn off the other one, just to give this a good test. And I've turned them off permanently now. And it appears that it's all well and good. Like, ooh, maybe not. 57. Okay, maybe the problem is that and that. I don't know. Yeah, not really. Huh. Well, it's increasing, so that's good. But yeah, moving on, you know, we've got the reactor room all looking nice. The batteries, the laser amplifier is slowly filling up. We're almost at a gigajoule. That's pretty cool. And yeah, you know, we've got more than enough DT fuel to run so very many. I am never going to run out of DT fuel. But yeah, you know, the reactor's running. We've still got a whole last gigajoule in here. I'm not sure what's going on there, though. Like, these ultimate universal cables just might not have enough capacity to output from here. Maybe. That, or this is acting as a... Oh, this is acting as a bottleneck because it only has a single provider in it. Okay, no, that's fine. But yeah, it's inputting and outputting the 256 kilojoules that it's currently receiving. So yeah, that's all good. You know, we've got it all decorated. I even did up to 5 higher here. I don't know what I want to decorate, you know, the upper end of this with. It's the same with the reactor, the nuclear reactor room, where I'm processing polonium. And polonium is what I need for antimatter, which is going to be in the next episode, hopefully. Oh, wow. I like the way that the laser configuration looks from here. Really nice. But yeah, unfortunately, that is going to be the end of our episode today. Thank you always for joining me. I will see you in the next one. Have a good one, and goodbye.